Hi, my name is James Barret, and I'm here tonight with an all-exclusive interview from J&J Productions for the upcoming film, The Final Shift by Wild Beagle Productions. Tonight in the studio, we have Vanessa Leigh, who portrays the character of Margot in the film. If you could just brief us, what was it like working on the production set of The Final Shift?
It was really amazing. I learned a lot on this production. The Final Shift was a very fun film to work on. We laughed a lot, we worked really hard. I got to do a lot of things that I haven't been able to do before, like fight on film, and I got to play a dream role, really, in this film, and Wild Beagle Productions is great to work for, too. They keep things rolling and keep it fun and very professional.
Now, without giving the film away, what was your favorite scene in the film and why?
One scene is really hard to choose because there were so many amazing and great scenes and all from different standpoints. Like, I'm going to give you two just because I am. One of them is a fight scene, of course, because we got to do the pre-film training for it. And the character that I fight with is, there was a really unique chemistry that you'll find out. I don't want to give too much away, but it added a lot to the scene. So it was fun from an acting standpoint and from a physical kick-ass standpoint too. I punched one of the SWAT guys in the teeth, and I won't ever forget that. I'm so sorry still. And I got punched too in real life, which was fun, and I'll never forget that. But aside from all the pain, it was a lot of laughs. I mean, I think the behind the scenes were really, really fun, and I hope that we get to see the blooper reel again. And the second scene that I really enjoyed was really at the beginning of the film where you're finding out who my character is, and it's very emotional, and she's opening up to somebody like she hasn't done in a really long time. So it was a challenge for me, and I really enjoyed it.
How was the audition process like for you? Were you nervous, scared, anxious? What was it like?
I think there's always nerves at every audition that you go to. So yeah, of course,
Absolutely.
I was feeling that. But it was really great. And I've auditioned with Wild Beagle Productions before, being in the last film. And it's a really cool audition process where you get to read with multiple people and you really get a chance to explore the character. And it was a hard audition for me and challenging for me because Margot, I think you anticipate going into an audition where you're going to, in 1 minute, show them everything that you have. Like, you want to just do it. That just seems to be the way. And with Margot, she's very cold at times, and with it, and she has to hold back and be inside of herself a lot. So it was kind of the opposite of that, where I felt like I really had a challenge in order to express less than I would normally.
What sort of things did you do to prepare yourself for the role of Margot?
Margot was very dynamic, and there was a lot of different sides to her. So really, a lot of my preparation was sort of isolation, where she, through a lot of her life, felt isolated, and she had a lot of decisions that were made for her that were not her choices, that she would have been a different person had she not been forced to do things. So I did a lot of meditation on being isolated and how that would feel. And she's sort of a rebel. When she gets the chance, she waits for that right moment, and then she runs with it. So there's a little bit of wildness too in her. That it was interesting because of putting myself in that isolated place too. It just came naturally to be able to be somebody else, and because there's so many different sides to her. That wildness and the relationship that she has with Frank is very interesting in that she hasn't had a friend, she hasn't had a mentor or somebody to be with for a long time. So I got to discover that through the process.
Now, Vanessa, I understand you had a scene with actor Robert Miano, who has done such projects as Fast and the Furious and Memphis Rising. What was that experience like working with Mr. Miano?
What an incredible actor. It was really amazing, and I feel very fortunate to have been able to do a scene with him. It was interesting because he is such a great actor that he made me believe what he was saying, and it was difficult for me, even in character, to fight that urge to give in to him.
What was it like working with director John Depew and Judy as well.
This is the second time that I've worked with Wild Beagle Productions, and it's wonderful. I love working with John and Judy. Judy keeps everything moving and everything in order and everyone happy and is so organized and amazing. And John is able to direct and at this point even act in the same film. And he's a great director. He really has, he knows what he wants from you, and he won't stop until he gets it.
Who or what is your inspiration to want to be an actress and get into the film industry?
When I was little, I was so into Broadway and theater, and I just, the moment I saw it, you know, like Annie for the first time, that just seems to be the one that comes up, because I,
Love
5
Annie.
years old, knew every single word to every single song, and anytime I went to see it, I sang along with them regardless of whether they wanted me to or not. And so it's always kind of been in my blood, and film really, I did a lot of theater growing up, but as soon as I did my first film, I was really hooked. You just know when you find what it is that you were meant to do and that you love.
So Vanessa, now with the final shift in post-production, what's next on the agenda?
Well, I have a really cool web series project coming up that I'm actually working with John and Wild Beagle Productions on, as well as Brian Pickard, and it's called Crossing Denver. And this is really cool because I get to play a really gritty, wild character who's also kind of rebellious, but a little bit more than Margot. So that should be really fun. And also Brandon Stump, who is also in this film, is starring in Crossing Denver.
Excellent.
And let's see, I have The Muse, which will be premiering shortly at the Boston International Film Festival.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, that was really great to work on as well with wonderful director Rufus Chaffee. So I look forward to seeing that.
Very nice. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck. For all the viewers out there, you can see the premiere of The Final Shift on June 2nd at the Regent Theater in Arlington, Massachusetts. So hopefully we'll see you all then. Thank you very much, Vanessa, for joining us.
Thank you.
And take care.